Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Straight Talk No BS. We're here with season 2, episode 1.
Hey.
I'm Jay. We got Cynthia down at the bottom. We got Francis over here in the right-hand corner and Tanya over here to the right of me. How y'all ladies doing tonight?
What's going down?
Doing just fine, just fine.
Good.
Always.
As always, we always look fine. Anyway, y'all, tonight's topic, y'all, is about why can't we be friends? I know with all this daggone chaos with this election going on, with George Floyd and all of this, a lot of people got offended on Facebook. I was one of them. A lot of my friends, they were like, no, hell no, I ain't messing with you no more.
Why is that?
So did any of y'all get unfriended?
Did you really say that?
I sure did.
Are you serious?
Yes, I had people block me. I had people
wow.
send me a lot of ugly messages. I mean, with so many debates going back and forth.
That's crazy,
girl.
Oh wow.
What about y'all? Did y'all have anybody block y'all or unfriend y'all on Facebook?
I actually haven't. I haven't noticed any. I mean, which I
would know.
I guess because probably the ones that if they did block me, it's probably somebody I very seldom talk to any damn way. But one chick that I used to work with, you know that post that's going around where it says if you voted for Biden and it goes down to say, I hope you get what y'all wanted, all the free stuff and all that, and then at the bottom of it says all the stealing and looting and all that. Well, of course, I had to comment on that, and I just basically told her, "Yeah, it's I could tell you."
Was this one of your friends that made the post?
Well, you know what? It's a copy and paste. Somebody made it, but it's a copy and paste. And I could tell you, I could tell you who else had it posted. Let's just say one of our schoolmates.
Oh, yeah.
Had posted. So
the shade of it all.
So I just went ahead and I commented and I explained to her and I told her, I said, it's real funny that that some of the people that was doing the looting, happened to be not of Black descent.
It was a little bit
and was blaming it on Black people though. You know what I'm saying? You even had a guy go have a costume made of a Black person.
Shut up.
No,
I heard about that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So y'all are doing things, but y'all blaming it on us, trying to make us look worse than what people already look at us as.
That's crazy.
And then they fail to realize it's not the free stuff that we're getting. That if they said they was getting it, I ain't heard them say it, but okay. Whatever it is they say we're supposed to be getting, they fail to realize it's not even about that. It's about, eliminating the race wars. It's about trying to get everybody to come together. It's, you know what I'm saying?
To me, it's about right or wrong. It's not about black. It's about right or wrong.
It is.
Equality.
For what? What do you mean? Oh, okay. You mean just
equality
with the things that are going on, right? Okay.
And I mean, and back to the agree to disagree. I feel like we all agree to disagree instead of unfriending our friends just because we have a different opinion about this election stuff going on, about this racism going on.
It's about respect. We're supposed to respect each other.
Yes, but it's sad when you got people who've been friends for 20 and 40 years and you just throw it out the door.
And you know what my thing is the fact that they can sit there, you know what I'm saying, and say that Trump did a lot of stuff, but the only thing that I've seen Trump do is create a lot of chaos. You go and you release people from prison that, you know what I'm saying, that committed crimes and they should still be in there. You know what I'm saying? Or you going to certain cities and holding rallies with the KKK. Come on, what example is that setting?
I don't know, but Trump has done a numerous amount of things that are questionable. I'll just put it like that. Really questionable, but it all boils down to everyone's opinion should just be just that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter about what it is if you were friends, genuine friends, and I mean, but it doesn't even stop with the friends. It goes to family members, which is so crazy.
Man, that is crazy.
And I'm not talking about also with just politics. It's just with differences of opinion.
I'm just saying with 2020, this whole year.
This year has been.
I mean, that's sad when this can separate families. You know what I mean? I want to read this comment. Vivian Thompson Gaines, she says, same here, cousin. I deleted a lot of classmates that feel that Biden won by fraud. The lies, I'm sick of this hate, division, and racial injustice. She says, bye. You're not my friend if you think different about our Black men and women who are being killed by the hands of racist cops. I know that's right.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about that? I mean, do you feel like you can rekindle those friendships with those people? Do you think there's a way that you can start that friendship back over, especially the ones that you've been friends with for 20 years?
It depends on if you have an open mind. If you have an open mind, then if you care enough, it depends, like you said, 20 and 30 years, your friendships or your family. So if you keep an open mind enough to say, okay, because they have a difference of opinion, there's a reason why they unfriended you. Now, maybe they're the ones with the closed mind. I don't know, but maybe just listen to their side, hear what they have to say, try to reach out to them. It's just like anybody who's a racist or has, feels a type of way about certain people. There's a reason why they do. So maybe you can educate them on the other side of it to help them come to a better understanding. But again, it just boils down to each other.
I mean, for some people, a person who is racist, they seem to, for the majority of them, do you know they've never had an incident happen with a Black person? They've never had nothing happen, yet they still hate.
That's the question of the day. Why do you? What is it that brought you to that opinion?
And it's basically due to media. You know what I'm saying? It's how they're raised and due to media. But
that might have an influence.
Yeah, I do believe.
So like I said before, it's our job to educate our friends. It's our job to educate them about our lifestyles.
Can I say something?
It is.
I'm sorry, Gray.
No, in the Constitution, when they wrote that there, and they said we are 5/5 of a human. An animal have more rights than we do.
These days, it's the truth.
You know, Mega Ever, when he hung that dude down in Atlanta, and he told him, "You can't charge me because that was my right. I can hang a nigga." Now he was converted, but when he went to court and got charged for it, he was 80-some years old.
Oh wow!
Alabama was the last state that changed the law that you can't lynch a brother down there.
And that's something.
That is something. Yeah. Y'all sort of keep it on. Can we still be friends with the friends that we let go of? Can we rekindle those friendships? Will y'all rekindle those friendships?
The friendship won't be the same. Because if you let political separate us, then we one friend. If religion and
politics,
them two down just don't. You can't talk to somebody about that.
Then that's the unfortunate part.
And to lose somebody that you've known maybe half of your life due to disagreements. For one, it is a sad thing, but it also shows you the real them. And then you have to ask yourself, do I wish to rekindle that friendship? Do I really want to be around somebody who has those toxic views? Somebody who feels a certain way about my people? You can like me all day long, but it's not only me that affects. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I wouldn't want nobody like that around my family. So to rekindle that friendship, I probably wouldn't.
I'm on the fence about it. I really am. I'm like, influence has a lot to do with why people do what they do. And you never know. Dependent young age, people who are younger are more influenced, I think, than people who are older. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I really have to think about it. It depends on the reason why they unfriend me. If it's something really just simple, I mean, I don't know.
Girl, if you unfriend me, you just unfriend me. I don't even want to ask you why. I don't care.
I want to know.
Because
I do want to know why. Why
I
did you
don't
do
know.
it?
I don't want to know because apparently if you unfriended me, then that means that we weren't friends to begin with. If you could so boldly just go ahead and delete me from there, I'm cool with that. I don't even try
What about your family?
don't even try to explain to me. Because once you do it, it's done.
What
And
about your family member?
what about it?
If it was a family member, would you care to try
Baby,
to?
let me explain something to you. Family, me and my family, we do disagree, but we're I guess we're at that point where we can disagree and go on. And if they say something outlandish, I might not even speak. You know what I'm saying? The most I probably say is "What's up" and keep it moving. That's it. And it's sad it has to be that way, but that's what it is. I refuse. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not just gonna sit up and question somebody about our friendship as far as now. I can say this. I take that back because, like, for instance, if it was one of y'all, that's a whole different story. Yeah, I'm gonna want to know. Anybody else? People that I just speak to on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I do not care. Now, if it was one of y'all, if it was my homegirl Creesha, if it was my homegirl Nicole, any one of them, yeah, I question. I'll be like, what the hell did I do? I want to know because there's a certain bond that's there. You know what I'm saying? But for
That's
somebody,
true.
just because it's somebody that I went to school with and we've known each other, we speak from time to time on Facebook or whatnot. Hey, how you doing? Nah, I don't care.
Okay. Miss Vivian, she says we can talk to them, but you can't change a person's heart. The friendship will never be the same. I'm not going
Mm-mm.
to hate them, but I'm not with the backdoor racism. So that brings
Mhm.
me to, do you think that every time a person, whether it's on social media that they unfriend you or if it's your family member that just stops talking to you, do you think it always has to deal with racism? Something due to some type of racism that they're a racist person and now they're like,
I can't speak for everybody, but when I got
Yeah.
unfriended, it was because of the George Floyd incident that
what
happened.
specifically? Why? Why did they do?
Because
Why did they unfriend you? Because you're
she
black and you're
no,
with
because
him?
she was on Facebook and she was blasting this man and bringing up his past about what he's done in his past, and that, like, pretty much saying he got what he deserved.
Okay.
And so I disagreed with her. We got into a little debate, and I just blocked her. I unfriended her. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that type of stress.
So do you
You know.
think? So would you? So did she come back to you?
Well, she came back to a third person, one of my other friends, and she told him, "Hey, Judy unfriended me."
Okay.
So
How did you feel about it?
I felt like, you know what? Once I cool down, I'll add her again as a friend, and so I can have a one-on-one conversation with her and explain to her, how I felt about the situation. No need for me to be inside these comments, having a big debate and fight with everybody. All of her friends who are on her side, you know what I'm saying? They're attacking me in the conversation. So I said, you know what? I'll wait till everything cools down, and then I'll come back and talk to her one-on-one.
So you were the unfriender.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember that. Okay, I do remember that, and I am that third party. And I will say this: me and her had a conversation, and I explained to her that no matter who it is, whether it was him or somebody else, their past has nothing to do with the incident at hand, the incident that led to his death. His past is his past. Everybody has one.
Mm-hmm.
Just you might not agree with his past. Hell, it's a lot of people I don't agree with their past, but that's their past. That ain't got nothing to do with me. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about what led to his death at that moment. So therefore, it's not to say, like I told her, he's still a human. I don't care what it was that he did. And they talked about the counterfeit money. Come to find out, the money was actually real. You know what I'm saying? So all of that they took, and it's almost like they focus all on the negative stuff to justify
To justify
whatever's
the they
divided.
have.
Yeah, and there's no justification for that. I don't care who it is, because it's mighty funny. Like they say, you got George Floyd that got killed, then you got another young white male who done went and shot up some people, and they got him in handcuffs sitting down on the ground and asked him if he want a bottle of water.
Well,
I mean, come on.
to me, going back to the question, if you unfriend me, if you seriously unfriend me over something we disagree on politically, church wise, it don't matter. You were never my friend in the first place. So I'm the type of person, there's nothing for me to walk back to, because I live my life daily by, if a person shows you who they really are, believe what you see. That's not saying that I dislike you. That's not saying that I wish nothing bad on you. That just means I don't have time to go through the ramifications of why. And Amber wrote in, she says, I'm just now rekindling my relationship because of her past, things that happened in her past. And because of me and a few more other women, she is rekindling her relationship. Some of it was racism due to her. That's why she's my white sister from a whole nother mother. But some of it was racism, and some of it was some more stuff that was personal in her life. But your family is all you got. You can't walk through life like don't nobody matter. People in my family did some spiteful things to me that I've said online, that I've said offline, and I don't want to go back over it because we've had it in past shows. But you can't erase your bloodline. But the one thing my mother taught me before she passed is blood don't make you family. A total stranger can treat you more like family than your own family. And I live by that. So somebody deleting me off Facebook or whatever the case may be, we were never friends. If we can't have an agreement to disagree, where we can all be adults and disagree, you were never my friend, because we're not going to always agree. All four of us on this panel, we sitting on here talking, but all four of us done had disagreements. And we had to come back full circle and bring it back to the table and discuss it like women. And it doesn't mean that the problem was solved at the time. It's just that everybody got to air their dirty laundry. This is how I feel. This is what I think. But that don't mean I'm not your friend. That just means for right now, God forbid, bitch, I don't like you. That's just what that means.
That's all it boils down to.
Stand your ass.
That's all it boils down to.
You know what? And it's so funny because I remember when a little incident that happened, and when the next day when Cynthia called me, Cynthia told me she was so hot at me. Cynthia told me she said she didn't like me. Cynthia say, boy, you had me so heated. She said, you had me mad. She said, I was so mad at you. She told me, she said, if I had a good car to work, she would have drove down here and put that car on top of my head. Boy, I hollered.
Ooh, at least you were being real and honest.
Yeah, and see,
all right.
That's the thing. Go ahead.
Ms. Vivian, she says, I have some family members that voted for Trump. I don't hate them, but I ask why did they? Or why they did. They said because of the tax bracket they're in. So my question was, money is more important than morals and how he feels about us? They got quiet. I'm thinking. So I said, never let money be why you like, dislike, agree or disagree with someone. Nothing is wrong with having money, but never look down on others that don't have what you have. That's true.
Yeah. But you know what? The funny thing is with a lot of people, and I know a lot of people that do not realize this. No, they realize that they don't want to admit it. It's like money trumps everything to some people. It trumps friendships. It trumps morals, respect, honesty. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad because it's really sad because it's like, damn, we don't have no more honest people. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what it is that I need to tell you. We're gonna have this talk rather than somebody pay me to lie to you. I'm not gonna feel worth a damn after that. I'm gonna feel literally my soul is gonna be messed up behind that. So, and that's crazy.
I think it's all superficial. It really is.
Amber says, for a long time, 10 years, and I still have a sister who does not really talk to me because her husband don't like mine. Now that's just absolutely
wow.
crazy.
That's true.
Wow.
That's a real live true story. That's a real live true
Wow.
story.
10 years.
Wow.
And it's your blood
But come on now, we
sister.
grown. I mean, just because I'm gonna tell you now, Tanya might not like somebody that I have as a friend, but that don't mean I'm friends with them. Hell
Yep.
no.
No.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's some that I question, about Teresa's friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I do, I keep it to myself. When I'm around, I don't speak. You know what I'm saying? I stay off at a distance because, like that old saying goes, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And I know if I'm too
You
close, I'm
know.
probably gonna say something.
Mm-mm.
But the thing is, if you're really friends, you're supposed to be able to say whatever you're gonna say.
Oh yeah.
That's true, but some people can't handle the truth, huh? You already
Oh
know that.
no, no,
They can't handle that.
girl.
Well, it
No,
doesn't have to
truth,
come
the
out
truth.
ugly. I mean,
Even if you can come out fluffy with it, just soft with it, and they still can't handle it.
I'm telling you,
I
you
will.
can find
I
every
will.
nice word to
They would
put
rather for you to
together.
lie to them.
What they say, a beautiful lie and an ugly truth.
That's
Boy,
it,
boy,
baby. I
you
always
got a
look at
mouth
you,
for
girl.
it.
I
I'm
respect you
telling
more if
because
you tell me the
because
truth.
because that that lie, and you can make you, well, you can put that lie so much entertainment, baby. It looks so beautiful. It have all the colors that you like. It look like a rainbow. It look like Madagascar. You feel me? All you got to do is blink, and I promise you, the ugly truth gonna appear. And people don't like the truth because their feelings, you know what I'm saying, they haven't learned how to deal with reality.
that's true, y'all. I have my mother-in-law. She called me the other day, and it was before the results came in about which president. And she
Hmm.
called me and to tell me about a post. She was like, "I don't know if you've seen this post on Facebook that I posted or that I commented
But
on."
I just want to warn you.
Yeah, but she was just like, "I just want to warn you about it." And I was like, "Okay." And she said it was that someone had posted something, a comment about one of the presidents or something. She commented back, and she said it in a way that I guess others took offense to, and so they were attacking her, coming at her with different negative comments. And so she was throwing some comments back at out there, and she thought that I was going to take offense to some of the comments that she said. So she called me to warn me about it and to explain herself. And I was thinking to myself the whole time, I don't care. I mean, you're entitled, whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever comment was said that they said or that you said, that doesn't bother me because it's your opinion. However you feel, and you're entitled to it. We can sit here and discuss it. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss. You can talk about something, but why get so heated in the discussion that you have? You don't. It's not your job to force your opinion on change someone else's mind. Vocalize it. Say how you feel. Whatever. And like I was saying to my grandma, I was like, or mother-in-law, I was like, whatever you feel is what you feel, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset. I laughed at it and laughed with her about it. So
But you
I
know
really,
what? As human beings, though, if don't nobody else admit it, I'm gonna admit it. Sometimes some of the things that people say do get under your skin, and it has
What?
done mine.
that's human nature.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why. Especially, like, for instance, anything that's vocalized about the gay community, it bothers the hell out of me. Anything that's vocalized about us as people, my black people. Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times it do bother me. It bothers me because people don't take the time to learn. People don't take the time to want to sit down with anybody because they think that if you touch them, they're gonna turn black, or if you touch them, they're gonna be gay.
They're gonna be
You
gay.
know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
So,
Oh,
so
shoot.
I'm just like, and it does bother me because I be thinking sometimes, did your mama really raise you to be that ignorant? Were you really raised around people to the point to where they didn't allow you to socialize with anybody?
Some people,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I think most of the time it's either society has an effect, or some people genuinely were raised that way.
See,
Amber
so
says
yeah, so
that is so true. You can't make someone change the way they think, and each of us see things differently from time to time.
mm-hmm,
Friends, family or
yep,
not, it doesn't matter. We're all
This
just
yep,
different.
this is how I see it. as far as the election, and I know this might kind of be off topic. I'm over here wobbling, y'all. I'm sorry.
Don't you fall at that damn shit.
If you care about yourself as a human being, if you care about your family and where you come from and your culture, it is your right to stand up for what you believe in. If somebody unfriends you, if somebody belittles you, if somebody puts you to the side because of your true beliefs and what you're standing on, then they truly were never your friend or your family member, because it don't matter who you voted for as long as you got out there and voted. Trump and Biden both had political problems on both sides of the party. Nobody was perfect. But Trump made a mockery of himself and the United States of America. And Trump didn't build America. Trump didn't make America great. There's a lot of people in this country that died to make America what it is today. Now, do I believe in all the laws and everything that's walking up and down the United States of America? No, I do not. But I do believe in Malcolm X. I do believe in Martin Luther King. I do believe in Rosa Parks. But it was some white people that lost their lives because they marched with black people. There's some white people that got lynched because they fell in love with black people. You know, so when you sit up and you say, oh, well, I didn't vote for neither one of them. So when they take your food stamps, when they take your Section 8, when they take your Medicaid, when they take your, you know, you didn't make your voice heard. That's just how I see it. And then when you got those people that are Republican and you got those people that are Democrats, seriously, and you dislike me because of my choice and what I believe is right for me, but yet you call yourself my friend? How?
You know
Keisha says I voted closer to my beliefs.
Yeah.
That's right. What can that person do for you?
I'm gonna tell you what's funny to me. Like Cynthia was just saying, down here in Littleville, where the little people are at, it's funny how we can dislike each other for being Democrat or Republican. But yet Republicans and Democrats in the White House making decisions together. Yeah, they go head to head and out in public in front of the cameras. But back behind closed doors, they're having lunch together.
They lollygagging exactly.
You feel yes. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying. They're basically, it seems like they're doing exactly what they set out to do. They're keeping things right where they want it.
I don't know if y'all can see my t-shirt, but you know I was late coming on.
Stand up to show us.
I'm the brag, but I'm trying to tell y'all straight talk, going straight for the gusto, baby. We don't want nothing but politic time, okay? I know the election is over, but this is how I feel about Trump. If you can't read what's on this shirt, baby, tell me and I will text it to you, okay? Because this is how I feel about Trump.
Well, I want to know.
This is how please take your time and read this purple shirt that I got on that I'm going to because I'm trying to tell the people that I hate this man so much, I'm not going to even wash the shirt and tie. I'm going to put it back on.
Spotlight on this bitch so she'll stand up.
USA.
Trump got kicked the fuck out the house. I can't see the house. Raise it up so you see. Wait.
No, I'm done.
Wait, scoot
you
over
know
what?
And we respectfully respect your decision, ma'am.
Trump then got kicked out the fucking house.
That the
Yes.
Hey, you got my head hurting.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll say that for mine. Let me see. What mine say? I wouldn't even want to do it. Is it you just got thumped the fuck out?
We respectfully respect your decision too, ma'am.
Oh my God, yeah, we crazy.
Oh my God.
Yes, y'all are.
Oh God, I got a headache.
What Tim said?
Anybody, take that down. 1 minute. Take that down. Anybody want one of these shirts Baby, you ain't got to text Straight Talk. Text Cynthia. I'll make sure you will get yours in the mail, baby. $17. 17. Well, I have to pay seven with shipping because I'm still on Social Security. So you got to pay for the shipping.
Why?
But $17, you will get your shirt, baby. I promise you will get your shirt, baby. Trump is coming out of office January 21st. You understand? We need to let America know we can make America great again. We can do it.
I ain't gonna say great again. Almost great again. No, almost great because it ain't never been great. So almost great.
You can't give him an extra day.
Is it the 21st or the 20th?
Girl, the 20th. That's on my birthday. He gets kicked out on my birthday. What you
on the
talking
20th?
About? You feel me? Yes. I can't wait.
Well, that's if Trump ain't up to his shenanigans, you know. So anyway,
I'm sorry, Tim. We're gonna read your question right now. I'm sorry, sir.
It is never okay to vote for racism. It is never okay to vote for white supremacy. Why is it debate? If anyone ever said they support the Holocaust, the country would erupt. It's only when it involves black and brown people is when racism is debatable. You daggone right.
Sure right about that. Right.
Let somebody talk about Nazis, Holocaust, all that type of stuff, genocide, all that. Yeah, let them bring that up to the table.
Hey, but wait, it's always brought up. Wait a minute, it's always brought up to the table. And guess what? And these people, what is it? What was it? They actually got money from this. So, and it's funny that when we brought up, you know, when black people was bringing up theirs, you know, that 40 acre and a mule, you know, and nobody still ain't seen the light of day of that.
Maybe that mule ain't never gonna get here.
It's not. They refuse for some odd reason. They refuse to give us. Do you understand? I'll repeat that one more time. They refuse to give us.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next topic. What's our next topic, Tanya?
Oh, how people are dealing with reality, or you know, in ways that they deal with reality.
They're not dealing with reality.
Turn to alternative coping mechanisms to deal with reality. For instance,
like drugs or what else? What else they turn to?
I guess the question would be why? Or
why do people turn to other remedies instead of coping with what's the issue at hand in life?
That's kind of some of that is easy. Only because it's one or two things. They've never had to deal with issues. Somebody always dealt with it for them. And now that they have to deal with it on their own, they don't know how to cope with it. So they end up taking what they call the easy way out, which sometimes is either the drugs or suicide. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to deal with it. But then you got those that we was raised on how to deal with problems. We was raised on how not to sweep them under the rug. Because one thing about problems, no matter which corner you turn, they still gonna be there. They're not going nowhere until you deal with them.
You know what I've gotten good at? Here's my flaw. I'll ignore it. I pretend like it don't even exist. It's like I can put myself in this own little zone to where shit's happening all around me and it don't even bother me. I don't even give it any acknowledgement at all. I swear.
Shut down.
Basically. I don't know if you call that shutting down or being able to. I just taught myself how to block out mess.
But here's the thing: it comes out in other ways. Whether it's through attitude, anger, it ends up festering itself in a whole different way.
Reality does have a way of slapping you in the face.
Oh yeah, it will do it. It will, and it will, and it will.
The only thing it did for me is made me isolate myself, made me not want to socialize with people.
But see, that's a bad thing.
I'm fast at running away.
You got two good comments.
Like my friend, I'm gonna get to those comments. Like my friends will say, "Hey, let's talk about it." I don't want to talk about it.
Why? I don't. What are you afraid of? What?
It's not being afraid.
No, I'm asking. Okay, what is it about the problem that you don't want to deal with?
I'm just saying, I just don't want that stress. I'd rather pretend I didn't got into, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in my 40s now to where now I'm like, it's easier for me just to ignore what's going on instead of dealing with it. So I to my fake little land over here, and I'm like, I'm good, and the days go on, and I can just forget about you.
But the sad part is you say it's to get away from the stress. You don't want to deal with the stress. The sad part is holding it in, not dealing with it is stressful, and it's stressful in many ways.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. With me, it's not stressful because it's like it never. I don't even acknowledge it.
It's okay.
I don't know.
It'll start festering itself. It can fester itself in health wise, all kind of things. No matter what it is that you do, whatever problem that we deal with as people, we could push it away for many, many times. But trust and believe it will come back around in some way. It might not come back in the same form that you saw it in the first time, but it's gonna come back.
I'll put it in Ebonic language. For me, it's I'll debrief. I'll walk away. I'll do whatever I can to debrief. But at the end of the day, once I speak my piece on whatever it is that's bothering me, then I'm not gonna let it affect me. It's a done deal. Like
Well, that's
I'm done.
because you spoke your piece, though. See, initially, like you said, you say like you're in an argument. You deal with that reality that's going on by walking away from it. And
Yes.
until you cool down, I guess, and then you come back and you speak your piece. So then now the issue has been resolved. You've dealt with it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people will run from it, hide from it, drink their problems away, or what they think they're doing is drinking away, doing some kind of substance or drugs or something like that. And then, reality is still here. Time is still ticking. Time never stops. So the problem hasn't gone away. You haven't really dealt with it.
Mm-mm.
So what do you do?
I think I probably, I don't know. Probably find some kind of way to just fluff it up and pretend that it's not as bad as what it really is. Usually that's my thing. Until I get
Francis, I get it honestly. She taught me how to be fake. Be in my own world. Be in my own world. I ain't gonna worry about shit.
And see, forget that. Because when something bothers me, it gets under my skin. I have to say something about it. I don't care if it's the next day. If I got to cool down, it's the next day, and I get to talk to that person. We need to talk. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna cuss you out. I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna say what it is. After that, okay.
Let me read.
Because if I let it sit here, it's gonna bother me.
Yeah. Amber says, I stopped doing drugs when I'm stressed about life. I bake and it allows me to be in my safe place. Just think about the issue and let it go.
I know that's right. Girl, I need a cake. Next time you get mad, honey, I need a cake, a cheesecake, pumpkin spice.
I'm gonna tell you something else that even if people get a journal, you don't never have to go back and read that journal. Just get a journal and just write down just whatever it is that's bothering you. Write it down. Once you close it, when you get ready to open it again, don't turn to that last page that you wrote on. You turn past that. Now there's a new problem that's bothering you, and you write them all out. Close it up.
Journal it out.
That way, and if you don't want to ever read it again, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You done already, instead of holding it in, you done already put it out. It doesn't have to be put out to somebody. It could be put out to something.
And Sandra says, alcohol. People think it takes the pain away. Yet in reality, when you sober up, you get over that hangover. The problem is still there. Yeah. I see a lot of my generation turn to drugs, alcohol, and last but not least, suicide.
That is it.
And that's the crazy thing to me, to see so many young people nowadays that are on drugs. It seems like 9 out of 10 people that you meet in the age of 20 to 30.
Younger than that, even if it's so bad about it.
But 9 out of 10 are on drugs.
And the sad part is that it's not the easy drugs that these young people are on.
Hardcore stuff.
Yes, they're on ice. They're on, you know what I'm saying? They doing straight cocaine. They doing pills. They went straight for the gusto. They went for the hard stuff. You got 18, 19-year-olds smoking crack. Like, come on.
What?
The one before it.
Okay. Keisha. That one?
I think so.
Yeah. She said, Keisha says, you can be the drain or you can be a faucet in your choice. If you let someone dump their stress on top of your stress, it will eventually catch up. You think you don't care, but like Francis said, it will catch up. Keisha, I just got to tell y'all, I don't know, maybe I'm in a different place than everybody else, but it's so easy for me to block a person out, forget like I ain't never even known them. And it's true, even with my own family. I'm telling you, I've been that way for a while. I don't know where I adapted that from, but I can forget about you. And that's the truth.
I mean, we're not saying that you can't forget about them, but what we're saying is people who suppress, like me and my uncle had a talk yesterday, and something from his childhood came up. He did not know that it was still there because he had did the same thing. He put it to the side and never picked it back up again, never thought about it. Went to talking and it just came out. He forgot about it, didn't know it was there, but went to talking and it just came out. What I'm trying to say is you could suppress it all you want to. Eventually, one day, it's going to come out in some kind of way. You like he didn't know it was there. He didn't realize it was still there. You see what I'm saying? The point of the matter is it's a problem. You can put it to the side, you can bury it in a black box, but they have a way of coming back to hit you in the face.
Maybe not immediately, but usually
Yeah.
it comes out in some type of way. So it's best to
Yeah.
Well,
adapt with a
that's
positive way to deal
understandable.
with
That's
it.
understandable with people that you really care about and you still have faith that things are going to change. But when you know that things aren't going to change with a person, I give up. I do.
No,
And when
no,
I
no,
give
no, that's
up, that means
different.
I'm done.
No,
So
that
that's
now
what I'm
that's
talking about.
different.
That's what I mean when I say I isolate myself. If I know it's going to bring me nothing but stress and drama and pain, and I have to keep fighting and telling the person quit doing me this way, I'm gonna leave you alone.
Okay,
I'm
see,
Oh,
that's
I
done.
ain't
different.
got a problem
Yeah,
walking
that's
away.
different.
I don't have a problem chunking
Yeah.
you to two deuces and telling you to have the best life you can have. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't got a problem walking away. I don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say I won't miss you. I ain't gonna say that I don't love you. But if it's gonna stress me out and cause me issues to where I just can't live my life and I don't know which way I'm going, no, no,
You
no.
crazy girl. Keisha
I feel
talk
like
like
this. I love my life, so I'm not gonna let nobody keep stressing me out to where I'm just in the hospital or I'm sick. So sometimes it's best to be in that little pretend world and get the hell away from people.
well, Keisha agrees with what you said. Now I agree with Judy. Miss Amber, she says I make a lot. I make those all kinds. True. Look, Amber.
Strawberry chocolate chip.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ooh-wee.
yes.
Amber, leave your number down below.
She's
Keisha
a
said,
great
don't mess
maker.
with my peace.
She can make the
Okay,
best.
Keisha. Yes, ma'am. Don't mess with my peace. Ain't nothing better in the world. Ain't nothing better in life but peace. I think I would take peace over $1 million.
I would too. But with that being said, now that we put it out there, how people find different ways of dealing with their of reality. So what would be like Francis? She gave a positive journal. Write your issues down. Find a way to get it out in that particular way. Maybe
What would be some more? What would be some ways to deal with it?
I would try. I would say
Music,
Meditate,
music,
meditation.
music, gospel. I go to gospel music when I'm stressing, when something is bothering me and I can't shake it. I hit that gospel button in a minute. I go to Kirk Franklin. I'm finna turn on some Tamla Man, some David Man. I'm finna get the holler. Baby, I swear to God, I sound just like them, but I'm just not
All
getting it.
right.
I know that's right.
She said she turned the gospel. I'm gonna tell you, this is the craziest thing. I literally turned to, well, I used to anyway, turned to rock music. And mine used to be Linkin Park the Hyper Theory uh, CD. That was
Ain't
mine.
that something?
I do agree with
That
you.
was
I
mine.
do agree with you, Keisha. Prayer does change things, but sometimes when I get to praying to the good Lord, I get to cussing, so I have to cut the prayer out, child.
Hey, that don't make no
Jesus
sense.
understands you. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love this what Sandra said because this is me. She says, I used to love writing. Long walks in the park by the lake, pond, drawing, painting, meditation, and every therapy. Yep, I agree with you. That is me.
There,
Amber said the same thing. Take a walk, read a book, find something you enjoy, and be in the moment. I know that's right.
Amber, don't be telling me to read no book, girl. You know I can barely spell, child. Now.
Sometimes it's hard, though. I think to turn to something positive. It's so easy to pick up.
Yeah, it's easy to pick up that beer,
or
to pick up that
and
joint,
just say, "Forget it." I'm
okay. That's the easy way.
See, I don't like the taste of liquor that like that, so I ain't never turned to that because I don't like the taste of it like that.
Say
And that's probably why I keep a whole drink. It could be iced down, watered down, girl, and I had that drink for about 2 to 3 hours.
Amber says, you just need to cook.
You need to cook. Get in there in the kitchen, girl.
Amber, don't tell her to cook. She'll kill somebody with all that lard.
Oh, man, that's salt.
I had somebody to ask me to make them a lasagna today. She begged me to make her lasagna today.
I know that's right. Woo. Just ask for a little forgiveness.
He said, tell me what my hubby told me. He here every day cussing. He said, come as you are, May. Oh.
Look, that's it. With my cousin, I am a cussing Christian. Yes, I am.
Just ask for forgiveness. But I ain't gonna promote that though, because if you know what you're doing, then you ain't gonna get forgiveness. He ain't gonna keep forgiving you. You talk about, Lord, I'm finna cuss right now.
Just one more time. You understand.
Forgive me, Lord, and then go back to cussing. You better make that change. I can't talk. Because I'm a sailor. I'm telling you, my vocabulary ain't complete unless I got some curse words in it. I promise you.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Amber, I feel you. She said, I make your kind of lasagna here and sell it.
So anybody, do y'all have any more positive things to say that people can turn to instead of turning to drugs or alcohol?
I really think it's the younger generation that we should try to focus on. I'm not saying that older people don't, but it just that was a reason, I guess, for the topic is because you see a lot of young people from, what'd you say, the ages of 20 to 30. But I say younger. I'm saying like even 14, 15, which is so crazy to hear or to say, but it's true. You find that they're already smoking, drinking, and they're just in junior high. So it's like, what reality are you escape or trying to escape?
That's that, and that's they ain't got no darn reality.
What did you say, friend?
I say at that age they ain't got no darn reality. They ain't got no nerves.
And I showed a lot of times.
Girl, they have yet to begin to deal with real life issues. Well, take that back, because bullying is a real life issue. And some of them do deal with that. So that's one of the things that they do deal with.
You got the bullying, you got some home lives.
Yeah, but how did we deal with it back in the day? I mean, we were taught to have tough skin. I'm like,
back in the day,
our kids are too soft. Sorry.
Back in the day, we was all about this here. It was, come on, no words explained. Let's go and get it on. Ain't no sense in talking. Let's go and get out here and get in this paint.
Keisha said something real powerful, and I truly do believe in it. Black people don't believe in therapy, but therapy does work. I truly do believe in therapy. I truly do believe in therapy. We did grow up in that era. Whatever happens in this house, stay in this house. My entire family was groomed that way. But with my own children, I chose to break that cycle. If something is hurting you to where you feel like you just can't go on, or you can't release it, or you tried to forgive and you couldn't forgive and you need therapy, I don't give a damn if you got to go up in there and sing like a canary, goddamn. Get to singing, baby. I will hum with you in the background if it's going to keep you here with me. If it's going to keep, because it's a lot of things that my kids endured that my family had no idea about behind closed doors. As far as my discipline, me being stern, them not being able to go nowhere. I mean, the list just goes on. And my kids had to feel free to come to me as an adult and be like, Mama, we wish you hadn't done it this way, or we wish you hadn't said it that way. And it really did bother us as kids, but because you were who you were and so strict, we just didn't feel that we had the freedom to say anything. So now as adults, we don't got no closet. We ain't got no locks on no doors, baby. If you feel it and you come to me and you say it respectfully, then I will hear you. But if you try to come to me as if you trying to run something, then I'm gonna go back to the old me because we are
old days. Sandra, yeah, go ahead.
Sandra says, I will be starting therapy soon. And I'm truly happy and grateful for that opportunity. I need it and I want it.
That's good to hear because that's an important thing that she wants it. And Sandra, she's young; she's in her 20s. So that's good. Wanting help is good, and you don't even have to go to a counselor necessarily. A professional, sit down on a couch type whatever setting. It can be anybody. Therapy can be in different ways.
What y'all said about do a journal your problems. Yeah. See what Amber got to say. She said, we need to teach them that it's okay to ask for help. You darn right. You are so right about that. She said, we all make mistakes. There are too many that are afraid to ask for help. I have told my Julia that I am her mom and I can't teach her or help her if she don't talk to me. And that is so true.
Yeah.
Ain't that something? Like Cynthia said, they got, you got to let them know that you can come to me and have that open relationship so you can get out what you have to say or share with whatever's bothering you.
Yeah, when you got that when you say you have that open door policy, you have to actually mean that. You can't say that you have an open door policy and then you shut the door once they say something that you're not comfortable with hearing or you dislike what they said. It has to be open. They have to know that they can come to you. If they can't come to you, they're going to end up hitting that door, and it's going to be somebody else on the other side of that door that's going to end up, they're going to turn to, and it's going to take them down the wrong path.
Ain't a lot about that.
So you have to, once you say it's an open door policy, it has to be just that way. It can't be, I only have an open door policy as long as you say what I want to hear. Can't be that way. Like I said before, especially with our kids. Our kids are a product of us. They are not us. And people have to understand that. Just because that's your child, you know what I'm saying? You raise them, you brought them into this world. It doesn't mean that they're going to follow in your footsteps. It doesn't mean that they think the way that you do. It doesn't mean that they feel the way that you do. They are their own individual person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You sure right about that. Listen, it keeps talking about yes, ma'am, Francis.
I will admit on this show, because I do know that my kids watch a lot. I'm not afraid or unwilling to apologize for the things that I did or said to them as children. The only thing I tell my kids is that I will never apologize for being the best mother that I could have been. I can't apologize for the decisions that I made and I thought they were right for my family. But I am big enough and woman enough to apologize to my kids if it hurts them in any form or fashion. Because just because you don't physically hurt them, you can mentally hurt a child. You can verbally hurt a child. Words do hurt.
Amber says, I learned these things on my own. I have been sexually abused, and so I still have issues with my self-worth. But I will not let my girls. Amber, you cannot blame yourself for whatever happened in your past. I know that's a lot of things that people automatically do. They say, if I would have did this, or if I would have done this, then maybe this wouldn't have happened to me. You can't blame yourself for that. And I want to know what kind of issues you have for as self-worth.
I ain't got none.
What made you feel like? Go ahead, Francis.
I was going to tell Amber, I know I don't know you, but you say you won't let your girls, I guess, not believe that they in their self-worth, but you have to understand something. You're their mother. So therefore, they look up to you. If they see that you feel you're not feeling worthy of you, they're not going to feel worthy of them. You can't teach them to be worthy of themselves if you haven't learned how to do it yourself. You have to start with you in order to teach them.
It's probably on the other end of the spectrum where you go overboard. You understand what I'm saying?
Overprotective. Yeah.
That was me.
That tends to happen once you've been abused. You tend to be overprotective of your children.
That was definitely me. I was very overprotective. It's funny because my girls just told me this 2 days ago. My kids were not allowed to go to other people's houses. My kids was not allowed to venture off somewhere, go to the little kids' parties, teenage parties. My kids was not allowed to do that. Their company or their friends was always allowed to come to my house. But if I didn't know the parents, if I didn't know the background, if I didn't know the scenery, you're not going. And it's funny because my youngest one, Tatiana, she just told Grace, she said, my mama don't keep her grandkids now because she's trying to make us be just like her. She don't want nobody to watch us, so she don't want to watch her own doggone grandkids.
Also, I ain't finished stress like that. Anybody got any advice for Amber about her self-worth?
I think you gave a good positive word.
That just bothers me to hear a woman say that she has problems with self-worth.
Why?
Because
a lot of women don't know.
Yeah, you have to start out with loving yourself. You know that, and let that be enough for you first.
Sometimes it's hard when it's been taken away from you. You start to blame yourself for the things that happened to you. It makes you feel ugly internally, so therefore it comes outwardly, and you can't see who you really are, the beautiful you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're carrying whatever has distorted that.
And not only that, sorry. I was going to say, not only that, Amber, also remember that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes being too overprotective, if you are, can harm your children rather than do them good. It really can. I'm not saying don't be protective of them, but if you're overprotective of them, it will cause them to have some problems. Sometimes it can hurt them more than do them good. So you have to just trust that the way you rate them, they take that in and they'll use that out in the real world.
And I feel like she needs to reach out to other people who's been through situations like that, who've been abused, sexually abused, because pretty much, again, 9 out of every 10 women have been sexually abused.
Or even if it's just somebody who's been abused, period, because you have to remember, you know, that does a lot of mental damage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I say she needs to start reach out and talk to some of your friends. You know,
we here, girl.
Yeah, we here.
At least somebody that she trusts. Yeah, at least somebody that she trusts. You know, that she could just be open with. Then what she know it's gonna stay between them.
But you have to get to the point where you can let that go, get that weight off your shoulders, so you can start living again.
Yeah.
You got to start off on a fresh, you got to have a fresh start. And the only way you get a fresh start in life is to let it go. Get that weight off.
You know, when I was a mentor to my children in school and up where my kids graduated from high school, I ran across a lot of young girls and boys, for that matter, that had been touched or molested in some form or fashion. And like I said on a past show, this one little girl, she was being burnt, like with cigarettes or whatever, and her mother was not paying attention to the fact that this child had been being abused. I didn't understand how could she not see those marks, but she was not paying attention to this child was being abused. So that's something I took pride in with my own girls. You know, it's don't ever feel so little that you can't come to me, because it is my job to protect you. It's so if your parents can't protect you, tell the teacher, tell the counselor, tell somebody. And I helped a lot of my kids' friends that way. You know, their parents kicking them out the home, the parents leaving them to fend for food for themselves, the parents making them basically go out and turn tricks to make money. I housed a lot of kids throughout the years of my kids going to high school. And some of the stories that I heard from those kids, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap it up. I'm glad that we had a chance to, talk about some things, discuss some things, and help some people out, hopefully, about abuse and, how not to turn to drugs and other outlets that you can turn to
help you deal with reality.
Yeah,
because it's hard.
What's Glenda say, Judy, at the bottom before we go? I can't say my shit. Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, first I got to go back to what Amber said. She says, and that's why Cynthia is one of my dearest friends. And then your daughter, she said, and the best mommy, best friend, and best friend there is. Oh, how sweet.
No, well, thank y'all. I mean, seriously, we hope that this show helps somebody, anybody. I know we started off politically and talking about friends, but the purpose of the show is know your self-worth, know who you are, believe in who and what you stand for. Just because the next person beside you or around the corner may not agree with what you think or how you feel, that don't mean that you're not worthy.
Respect others' opinions and respect each other's opinions, I say.
Yep.
Stay friends.
And always remember, it is okay to disagree to agree, agree to disagree, however you want to put it, vice versa. And you have to remember, no matter what it is you're going through, find something like we all said tonight. Find something that you like to do. Just don't burn the house down, things like that.
Okay.
But get you a journal, meditate, write poetry, take long walks, do something. But also,
take a vacation.
Like Cynthia just said, and Judy said earlier, know your self-worth. It has to start with you. You have to love you.
That's
At
right.
the end of the day, hey, we all here to do the same thing. Live, die, survive in between.
That's it.
All right. With that being said, it's been straight talk, no BS. We love y'all. Have a good night.